Hey everyone, it's Lori. It's Move It Monday. This is August 7th, our new format, which is roughly 30 minutes. And we're going to have Ms. Wonderful Jan Iverson here to tell us about skincare and her ideas and some tips. And then we'll have some Q&A with you guys will be able to ask her questions when she's finished. And we will have a great chat, I'm sure. So Miss Jan, take it away.
Oh, thanks, Lori. And hi, Anne. How are you? And all the rest of you, all my friends on there. It's so neat to
Hi.
see you all. Um, I to begin with, I today I'm a numbers person, and I never used to be a numbers person until I got into Jafra, and I needed to do numbers because I depended on Jafra as my sole source of income as a single mom. And so numbers became very, very important to me. Anyway, so I like to go in and figure things out. And one of the things, and because it's pertinent right now, I went in, and how many of you are excited about that birthday pack that Jafra has? That's Jafra's offering. Yes, I see you, Carol. Yes, I am so excited about that. And I sat down today and actually figured it out, because I thought, I mean, there's the value. We all know about the value, especially when you add in a 3.3 ounce royal jelly. So that really ups the value, and the value of the royal jelly rituals that's included with that set, plus the value of the tool, which is expensive. And anyway, I went through and I thought, would it be better to buy that set, the birthday pack, or to go through the brochure and buy those things that are on special? Because you can get it all. The only thing that was not on special, and it was a choice, was in the Royal Rituals pack, they have both the longevity balm and the longevity cream. And the pre fragrance is not on special in the brochure, but everything else is on special. So I went through and figured out, like, okay, I'm buying every single one of these things on special, and I added it all up. And then I added in the tool, and I added in the Royal Jelly Ritual Cream or Longevity Balm, but you only got, you get both of them. And I also added in the Puri fragrance. And so Jafra has the value of the set as $1,073. If you went in and purchased all the specials in the brochure and got everything that's in the pack, you could get them all, and including the 3 extra products that are not included in or are not on special. You could get it all for $745. But Jafra is offering a special price of $530 for this set. So it's a $215 difference retail, which means that by buying the set, you're saving $107.50. So I just think that is really, really neat. And I went through and bought all 3 of the fragrances, the odorames and everything. Anyway, it's $107 wholesale savings out of your pocket. And so anyway, I just really wanted to let you guys what I'd figured out on that one, because a lot of time I just have learned this through the years, is when you get your brochure, you study it. You really have to study it. Jeff has made it harder for us old people now because we have to study it every month rather than every 2 months or whatever. But you need to study because years ago I learned my job as a consultant is to have my clients consult with me in what would be best for them. What's the best deal, the best product, and the best purchase for them. And we can't offer that if we don't know what the specials are in the brochure. So I really believe in studying before, as soon as we get these brochures, I really go through and study it because I want my clients to love me because they know I'm going to give them the best deal that they can get. And that's the way I would feel if I had somebody that was my consultant. I would want her to always have my back and always be
move my legs.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that I wanted to share with you. And then the other thing, and we've talked about this through the years, or since they came out with the Stay Royal, which was a little over about a year and a half ago. It started in April of 16, and Lori has the flyer, and I'll put this up. Lori, you've got that one that you can share if you want. But it just tells you the income opportunity if you actually sign up 5 new people a month onto the Stay Royal program, and how at the end of 10 months you can actually have an income of $1,000 a month just from the Stay Royal. I really believe in that, and I know that many of you have signed up people and are participating in this program. But I just want to share a few of the things that I've learned, because we want people to sign up and stay on the program. And one of the things that I've learned is because this is all new and we didn't know when this all started how fast people were going to be using up the product. And I recommended that my people sign up for like 90 days. And I just thought, personally, I was going through product in 90 days, and I thought I was. And so that's what I was recommending. What I've discovered is everybody's different. There are some people that go through cleanser like nobody's business, and they're always out of cleanser. Other people at the end of 90 days have half a container of cleanser left over. So what I recommend for them to do is when they initially get the set is to, and you might even want to sell them a set that's on special in the brochure initially, because what I advise them to do is mark the bottoms of their containers with the date, so that when they run out, they will know exactly how long it takes them to use up a particular product. And by doing that, they would have an idea of when they do sign up for the program, what the time frame should be, whether it's 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days. So that was one of the things I've learned. The other thing that I've learned is I want to prepare my clients for the possibility or even the probability that they may have by the time their second and third um, package comes, they may have an extra two products on their shelf of something that they really feel like they don't need anymore, or they don't need it that often. So what I really believe we need to do is teach them the value of that $99 investment. If they purchase just the Royal Jelly Longevity Balm and one of the vitamin infused products, they're paying more than what they would to buy the whole set. So really, they could, if they just love the Royal Rituals, even if they don't use all the products as quickly as they should, they're better off. Did Lori? Oh, okay. Anyway, I just had this flash across the screen. Anyway, so I just think we need to educate our clients too. And then one other little tip that I've learned is when they do sign up, what I have them, when I give the facial, I do the microdermabrasion cream, I do the Royal Jelly Lift Concentrate, I do, before they start, I do the ginger sea salt body rub on their hands, because I want their hands to be clean before they do the facial, and we do that before they start. But anyway, once they sign up, they can buy 2 of those extra items that are not included in their rituals. They can buy 2 of them for half price. And the other thing is, once they get, every time they get a shipment, then they can order from me another item at half price. For example, if they got the Royal Jelly lifting concentrate, they can order that at half price in 3 months when they get their second shipment. And that way it keeps them on the program, and it rewards them and keeps them connected with you as well. So that's really those are kind of the things that I've learned. When we start something and we get really excited about it, our enthusiasm carries us. And then we learn things as we go along that maybe we would do a little bit different. So it's just tweaking it along the way, I guess. So that's really all I have to share. You all know the order of use, and I think that probably the only thing that I may do different than other people is that I always use the microdermabrasion, because I love the microdermabrasion, and I feel like when they do that after the cleanser, they really get the total effect of the Royal Ritual program. And another thing, and this is something that's so inexpensive, but it's something I sell a ton of, and that's the makeup primer. I have ladies that order 2 and 3 at a time, and it is to use that. I don't do makeup when I do a Royal Ritual facial, but I do let them try that primer, and people love that. I just sell a ton of those. So it's very inexpensive, and it's something that really keeps them coming back. So that's it.
That was awesome. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Jan? We have about 10 minutes worth of questions available.
Oh, good.
I have a question about the that micro. I'm new.
Yeah.
I haven't actually used that product yet. So is it hard to get off, is it with a lot of things, it makes it hard to get the bumps?
Oh, I have to tell you, this is another thing. I should have brought one out at Costco. They have great big yellow, and they're cloths they're microderm or they're microfiber cloths, but they're huge. And I use those. I wash them all in hot water. They're yellow. You can buy a whole bag of, I think they're like 30 in a bag, and you can buy them for $14 or something at Costco. But they're huge washcloths. Well, they're for cars. So, but I wash them really good before. And then I let the people take them home because they only cost like 50 cents. But they're so big, and because they're microfiber, they really remove that microdermabrasion, the particles, really well. And that's why I use them, is because you really have to get all that off. That's a really good question. And I love the microdermabrasion because it's fine. It really, it's just wonderful for use. And I have them use it with their fingers. I don't do it with the tool.
Do you have them use the new brush, or do you have them use the original one? Because I don't even know if you can get the original one.
No, I have them use their fingers when they.
Oh, okay.
They do it, because it's too hard to.
Yeah.
So.
Clean the brushes, have enough for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. Cool. Anybody else? You can unmute yourselves. You're all muted right now, but feel free to unmute yourself and ask whatever questions you may have.
I just want to say that Jan's skin looks beautiful. This is Norma.
Oh,
thanks,
Norma. I loved your pictures on Facebook too. Woo-hoo.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jan. It's Jackie. Good to see you. So, a couple of questions for you. So, how many do you have on this Stay Royal?
Oh gosh, I think I had like 25 or something, but I have had people that have and they have stopped their Stay Royal for the reasons that I said, that they get backed up and it intimidates them. And so I've told them that they can just go back in and sign up again for the Stay Royal program. But I just think educating them before they get signed up is something that I didn't do when I started, because I didn't know. I really, Jackie, when you were down in South Dakota, nobody knew how long. In fact, you were the first one that said that. Well, how do you know how long they're going to be on the program, or how long it's going to take them to use it? And you don't know. I have really, really dry skin, so I use up that the vitamin E infusions. I use that up in like 6 weeks, and the Global Longevity I use up in 2 months. But the cream, it takes, gosh, that cream is so amazing, and I think it lasted me 4 months. So it's they need to know how often they need to be placing those orders and which items are going to, and they can sit down and figure it out themselves. Is it worth it to them? It's a no-brainer that it would be worth it.
Well, and thank you for that. We did ask about how scientifically were the pumps made and how long products last. Scientifically, without being overusage or skipping, it's made to last 90 days. And so and I think you said a key point, they may want to try a system first if they're unsure, or check back, of course, once they get to their 90-day mark and see how is it going. The key is they can't be stingy. The system is made to work together. That's really important. But again, it is personal usage and what they're used to, but controlled pumping wise, it does go 90 days. So just an FYI, the way the packaging was made was pre-tested that it's a 90-day system. So if there are abusers at 60, if there's scarcity, it's going to go, 120. But it also depends what other products they might merge within it, from other special care products, etc. So, but I definitely think, for sure, in hindsight, it could be have them try a system. And I love your idea, mark the bottom of the jar. And or of course you keep good records as well, so that specifically when you hit months, at least 2 months or 3, how far are they into the program. But let me ask you this, Jan, because you were one of the fastest taker offers we had with this Stay Royal system. So as that has taken off, and I know it was also, some of them may have even turned into consultants by now, so on and so forth. But tell us some of the tactics. How did you build Stay Royal so fast? Because it's one of those programs that, for all of you listening, what a brilliant program. It's you ship nothing, you plan nothing. The amount of time once they're in is 0 for you, and the residual income is a minimum of $50 in replacement automatically. I always think, what's the auto, money that deposits in your account? It's, when the order direct off your website, it's Stay Royal, and it's your monthly commission overrides for sponsoring. So all those are like auto direct deposits, right? So for you, in seeing that residual income and knowing that that was such a smart program for you and your consultants to build income, what would you say were the top 2 tactics or implements of systems you put into place to build that clientele to Stay Royal?
Well, going back to the usage before I do this, one of the other factors that I didn't consider was, once your skin, I have problem dry skin. I do not have normal skin. I've had problem dry skin since I was a child. And once your skin gets nourished, you don't need the amount that you may need initially to make it feel dewy. And I always like feeling moist because of the lack of moisture in my skin. But I found that as I use the program and being faithful to the program, the longer I used it, the less I needed. So, well, then of course you have different seasons too. So like in the wintertime, it's different than summertime. So, but there just are a lot of factors that vary. And and I understand about the pumps, but when you're using 4 pumps, it goes faster than if you use 1 pump. So anyway, but getting people signed up, a good example of that is, I had a high school classmate, and we were celebrating our 50th class reunion, and I had her come over and do a facial. And she's a very thrifty, conservative girl. And so after she did the facial, I let her have the travel size to try before she even came for a facial. And she came for a facial, and she said, well, what is your best deal? And I said, that's as good as you can get. I mean, the $99 having it sent to you that's as good as it gets. You cannot beat it. And so she signed up, and she's been, as thrifty as she is, that's her program. So I really, it's the best on the market. It truly makes a huge difference in your skin. And I mean, it really just makes you beautiful. And for $99 for 3 months is, to me, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, it just is. And the exciting part is to make money. I mean, I keep thinking, how good is Jafra when Jafra gives? I mean, we want our clients to love us, and we know they love us when we give them a good deal. And for Jafra to give this to us as a program that is ongoing, where our clients can use it and love it and love us too. So it's just the best.
It is, and it's such a smart use of your time because it is the best product. You don't have to oversell it because it's 40% off and auto ship to your door. They don't even have to remember to reorder. So saving them time, saving them money, giving them, I love her saying, what's the best deal? This is the best deal if you want to be a client, right? So I love that whole piece to it. So 40% off, with no work and no thinking and remembering to go in and order or call Jan, it's all done. So I challenge you all, as you hit a new year of the anniversary month of 61, give yourself a challenge. How many Stay Royal every month do you want to add to your business during the 61st anniversary year? Because the truth is you've got great samples to give away, from sachets to travel sets, and it is Jafra. It's our signature. So you want to make sure you give them the best opportunity with the best way to save as a customer. So challenge yourself. Imagine one a week, and every single month, 4 people, like clockwork, had an auto ship program with you with Stay Royal. Just imagine that. That's a couple $100 in your pocket, and you do nothing every single month. So again, by the time you use your own products and service those, it's a simple business model. Specifically today, many people are looking for a very simple business model. So if all they focus on is Royal Jelly and Stay Royal, they can build a wonderful supplemental income that has very limited amount of time. They do this 3-day sachet sampling, maybe a facial here and there, or 1 Royal Jelly party a week, and away they go. The beauty of this is, because the product is so good, they won't just order Stay Royal. They'll be in touch with you, like Jan said. You'll still be servicing them because you have, 696 other products that are also amazing that they can, of course, work with, like microdermabrasion and the other products you're passionate about. So thank you so much, Jan, for sharing today.
Well, just one more thing. On that little sheet that Lori has, that Lori helped us make, on the bottom, we put, if you sign up 50 clients for the Stay Royal program, your annual sales will be $19,800 retail. Your income will be $9,900 wholesale. That's if you signed up 50. If you signed up 100, your income, you're just from that program. That's not counting becoming a manager and getting an extra 10% or whatever. But your income just from that program would be $19,800 a year. Profit. That's profit. And so think about it, in our 61st year, why not shoot for 61 clients on that Stay Royal program? I mean, who wouldn't want to have an extra 10,000 a year? I mean, just think what you could do with that. Wouldn't that be great? And that's based on having people sign up on the 90-day program. And like I said, they will fluctuate. I've had people that signed up on 90 days that wanted to get it every 60 days because they were using it too fast. I've had people sign up for 60 days that wanted to go 90 days. I've 90 to 120. We've had movement that way, but on the average, if you sign them up and they're on the 90-day program, you can make, if you have 50 people, you can make 10,000 a year. If you have 100 people, it's 20,000. Just imagine who couldn't use that kind of income? And I promise you, you bring them in, you give them the facial, they will sign up. I promise you they will. That's all. And it's so simple. It's less than a half an hour, really. So,
And you can do them on the back of the hand too. I mean, it really shows. So exactly. So only if you want 10,000 extra dollars this year with no work other than the introductory season of it, right? Getting down and getting, you know, together with them to fall in love with it like we did. Should you focus on one a week? Because it really is, put that in part of your 1 year goals. That 10,000, again, kind of no-brain work once it rolls itself. Spend a year every week doing that commitment and watch how that just evolutionizes. And that's a great conversation for sponsoring, right? Good open door to say, since you love it, you know, why don't we turn that into a business for you and you can build your own Stay Royal income. So again, thank you, Jan Iverson. Appreciate you. And thank you for being our model for the Stay Royal for the first year we launched it. We so appreciate it. And thank you for joining us. And Lori, do you want to just share where you'll post that document as well?
Yes, I will post that in the Amber Region Consultant team. So you guys will be able to, it should be there already, actually, under the Royal Jelly grouping of document that has all the Royal Jelly stuff in it. It's already in that document, but I will post it separately so that you guys don't have to try to find it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, everyone, for our product training tonight. We'll see you next week, and next week is color. Is that right, Lori?
Yes.
All right. I think our guest is Jennifer next week with some really fun, crazy, cool ways to show and sell color.
And
so
she
we'll
will
see you
also,
there next week.
Yeah, she will also cover, I believe, contouring a little bit. So if you guys want to know how to use the palette that we're using, come back next week.